Hey YouTube, Contingency Prep. A word today about my embryonic comms plan. Now, my comms plan is based currently on my ability to recharge batteries. As my solar capacity grows, I'll be able to look at different options such as shortwave, CB radio, etc. Right now, I've got a combination of things to serve different purposes within comms. First, of course, there's voice and hand and arm signals. On top of that, I've got a number of just whistles around the house. You can develop your own signals with whistles as needed. Air horns with extra canisters. And the old World War II style air raid siren, which is actually excellent for calling the kids in. It does work. It is loud. No, I won't demonstrate it today. Then I've got a Uniden police scanner. I've got a Texan World Band radio. This is rated as one of the top baseline World Band shortwave receiver type radios. With that, the antenna that came with it, and I bought an extended antenna. My eventual plan is to mount this longer antenna on a mast outside the house and be able to plug into it as needed. Here I've got some very base model intercoms. These are intercom telephones, and this is one of my hunting for a deal on the internet, and got this for about $7. Now it's actually only got about 2 feet of wire on there. It's battery operated, but I can merely splice in some speaker wire or comms wire and extend out that range. Another bargain, same thing. This is an intercom, two-way intercom. This came with a more substantial wiring package, and it's battery operated, and therefore I can recharge it. Now, if you can picture the intercom, don't picture it for current civilian type use. Picture you having an outpost, listening post, guard station, and you running the intercoms out there as a way that your sentry can communicate with you without raising much of an alarm, can communicate back to the house. I've also invested in some of these Orion handheld signals for marine use, and basically what it is a small pop-up flare. It shoots a small flare into the sky. It burns up to 700 candle power for 3 minutes. It's approved by the Coast Guard for day or nighttime signals. Rather expensive. I wouldn't buy a whole bunch of these, but they do store long term because they're designed to be kept on your boat. So probably not a bad investment. I've got a number of radios, AM, FM, weather band radios that are hand crank, solar, rechargeable battery, etc. Those are quite handy to get news from the outside world. And then I also got a deal on these set of 3 Motorola handheld radios with I forget how many channels they have on them, but they have quite a bunch of channels. We have tested these with my daughter out riding her bicycle or going someplace in 2 vehicles. We've used them, and they, you know, their limitations. They're better than the Batman and Robin walkie-talkie you had as a kid, but this is not something that you can communicate 20 miles or something for. But flatland, within a mile, you have good communications. They too are rechargeable. So as you can see, I've put a little thought into it. and it's still a growing thing. And it just doesn't make sense for me to run out and buy a big CB base station if I can't currently charge up the battery for it during an emergency situation. So hopefully this will give you some ideas. If you have any questions, please let me know. Stay safe.